Hi, I'm Amanda Dye, Director of Advising and Programs at Beyond Barnard, and I'm here to help you make the most of our Fall 2024 Opportunities Conference. To get started, I'll tell you a little bit about what to expect from the day. The day will begin with our keynote panel discussion on the intersection of AI, the liberal arts, and the changing career landscape, where we'll be serving a light breakfast. There are a limited number of spaces for students to register, but those who do will have the chance to connect directly with employers, faculty, staff, Barnard alums, and each other to discuss wide-ranging questions on how technology may shape educational and career pathways for today's college students. If you're interested in joining the conversation, you can register via Handshake. The next way to engage with our Opportunities Conference will be through our career conversations, which allow small groups of up to 8 students to meet with alums, employers, and a select group of graduate schools. These may be quite different conversations, but don't worry. We'll talk about the kinds of questions you might ask alums, employers, and grad schools in just a bit. To see a list of participating alums and institutions, navigate to our conference webpage, and then be sure to register for the conference via Handshake. Once you do that, you will receive a link to sign up for 25-minute slots with specific alums and organizations of your choosing. Keep in mind that registration is a two-step process. First, register for the conference on Handshake, and then keep an eye on your email for instructions on how to sign up for specific slots for career conversations. In addition to the career conversations, we'll be offering a series of career planning workshops throughout the day. Conference attendees will be able to hear from Beyond Barnard staff at sessions designed for students at varying stages of their education, including Career GPS for seniors at 11 a.m., Career GPS for juniors and sophomores at 12 p.m., and Career GPS for first years at 1 p.m. Whether you have been coming to Beyond Barnard for years or are totally new to our services, attending a Career GPS workshop will help you to consider important aspects of your career planning and a wealth of information and resources that can help you take your next steps. Attendees are welcome to simply listen to the presentations, but will also have the opportunity to share their questions with presenters. We believe that all students at all stages of their academic and professional journeys can benefit from attending these workshops. Even if you're not sure about your direction after Barnard, we encourage you to attend and learn. Part of your preparation for the conference will involve researching the professionals and organizations that will be represented there. Remember that you can consult our dedicated conference webpage for more information about the alums and organizations that will be present. It's a great idea to learn more about alums by viewing their LinkedIn or Barnard Connect profiles, and to visit organization websites, check out company LinkedIn profiles, search for recent press about the companies whose representatives you hope to meet, and review websites for graduate programs. We encourage you to schedule career conversations with our participating alums and organizations, even if they don't have current openings or you aren't in an active job or grad school search. These conversations can help you to learn more and create contacts for the future. To that end, it's important to prepare questions, either about participants themselves or any specific roles you're exploring, before getting to the conference. If you're meeting with an alum for a career conversation, keep in mind that they are not likely to be involved in active recruiting efforts within their organization. Your questions for these conversations can range from general informational questions about day-to-day work in their role, the qualifications needed to enter their fields, their individual experiences working in their industry or organization, and tips or advice for someone contemplating or pursuing a similar career path. Here are some examples of questions that you could consider asking, but of course, you should feel free to develop your own questions too. If you'd like, you can pause here to take a screenshot of the sample questions. If you're meeting with an employer for a career conversation, your questions may focus more on your specific job search or open roles of interest to you. You can ask general questions about the company, try to learn more about organizational culture, or ask specific questions about a particular job or internship posting. If you're an international student, career conversations with employers are a great opportunity to ask questions about visa sponsorship as well. Researching each company before your conversation will help you to develop questions that are not already answered on the organization's website, which will in turn allow you to demonstrate your strong interest in the company and role. Here again, we've provided some sample questions to get you started. If you're meeting with a graduate school representative for a career conversation, your questions may focus more on the school overall and specific programs of interest to you. You can ask about things like career outcomes for graduates, the structure of particular academic programs, financial aid, and how to become a competitive applicant. If you are exploring graduate school options for the future, keep in mind that you can continue to learn about opportunities all year long through individual school information sessions, graduate school workshops, and online resources like our Grad School Toolkit. If you have questions about connecting with grad school resources, reach out to us at beyondbarnard@barnard.edu. In addition to conducting research and developing strong questions, it's important to update your resume, especially if you're actively pursuing job or internship opportunities. To get started, you can check out Beyond Barnard's resources for resumes, including guides for formatting and selecting language, as well as many sample resumes in the resources section of Handshake. You can also find our Career Skills Resumes presentation on the Beyond Barnard YouTube channel. You can meet with a peer career advisor to review your resume by scheduling an appointment in Handshake, or you can chat with us via drop-in advising Tuesdays through Thursdays from 1 to 2 p.m. We'll also hold extra conference prep drop-ins from 12 to 1 p.m. on Wednesday, September 25th and Thursday, September 26th. Drop-ins will take place at Beyond Barnard on the second floor of Elliott Hall. On the day of the conference, be sure to bring enough copies of your resume for all of your scheduled conversations with employers. It's a good idea to make sure that your resume is tailored for the industries you're targeting, with relevant experiences given priority. If you are meeting with alums or grad schools, you likely will not need a resume for those conversations, but it never hurts to have a couple of extra copies on hand, just in case. It's also important to give some thought to your visual presentation at a career-focused event like this conference. This can be a very complex topic, but it matters for everyone because others can make assumptions based on what they see, and those assumptions can affect your career. We point this out not to suggest that there are objectively correct ways to present yourself, but so that you are aware that others may interpret your presentation. You may want to consider how your visible and invisible identities are expressed in your personal styling. Are these aspects of your identity things that you expect you will share at work? If you haven't decided yet, how do you think you might decide which aspects of your identity will be expressed in professional settings? As you're asking yourself these questions, reflect on your individual style. Which pieces in your current wardrobe make you feel confident or powerful? Do you take inspiration from others with similar identities, perhaps through social media? Are you open to experimenting, especially if you're new to dressing for a professional setting? In addition to thinking about yourself, think about the industry you're hoping to enter or explore. If you've had an internship or a volunteer opportunity in the industry, how have you seen people present themselves? Do you have a mentor in the field whom you can ask for advice on conventions of presentation? Have you observed the presentation of people who have the kinds of jobs you want? And finally, if it appears that your style is very different from what is typical in the field, how much do you want to adapt your style to fit the norms? No matter what you choose to wear, it's a good idea to minimize distractions in a networking or interview setting. So we recommend avoiding noisy accessories or heavy scents on a conference day. It's ideal if you can pull together an outfit in which you feel comfortable, including shoes that won't distract you when walking. If you're testing the waters in an industry that is more on the conservative side, don't feel pressure to invest a great deal in new clothes upfront. You can rent suits for free through our Suitable Suits program at Beyond Barnard. To do so, reach out to us at beyondbarnard@barnard.edu. You can also try thrifting or clothing rentals for lower cost options. Because career conversations at the conference will be conducted in small groups, it's a good idea to give some thought to how to introduce yourself in that setting. We encourage you to keep your introduction simple but effective by considering what other group members, alums, organization reps, and your fellow students should know about where you've been and where you hope to go. The first part of your introduction should include your name and affiliation with Barnard. You can include other information that is relevant to know about you right away as well. Consider what you can say about where you currently are in your academic or professional career and where you hope to be in the future. For example, you could begin with something like, "It's great to meet you. I'm Alex Lee. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a senior here at Barnard, majoring in anthropology. I'm writing my thesis on the social development of youth participating in sports in New York, and I'm exploring roles in nonprofit organizations with an educational focus. Next, you want to give a sense of the things that motivate you, or perhaps the things that you'd like to learn more about in the course of your conversation. For example, I've always enjoyed roles where I can serve as a mentor or a teacher, as well as work that focuses on communicating with a diverse group of individuals. Once brief introductions have been made, you'll move into your conversation. Participating in group conversations involves considering not just your own goals and needs, but those of your fellow group members. We encourage you to lean upon skills you've learned in classroom settings at Barnard, including participating actively while leaving room for others to do so as well, listening to everyone involved in the conversation, including your fellow students, and using others' questions and insights to propel the discussion. It may feel a little nerve-wracking in the beginning, but we know that Barnard students are pros when it comes to engaging in meaningful conversations in and outside of the classroom, and we hope that these career conversations will provide you with an excellent opportunity to learn as well as to network. Remember, it's natural to be a bit nervous at a career-focused event, but we have full confidence that you will do wonderfully. Doing some research and preparing questions beforehand, as we've already discussed, can be a huge help to managing your nerves. We also encourage you to consider strategies like planning to attend the conference with a friend or two so that you can support one another throughout the day. It's also a great idea to set reasonable goals for the experience. Rather than telling yourself that you need to walk away from the conference with a job offer, commit to spending an hour or two at the conference and attending a workshop. Taking some of the pressure off yourself can help you to relax and see the conference as a learning experience. Once you arrive at the conference and are ready to chat with alums and institutional representatives, remember to project confidence. Making eye contact is key. It is also absolutely okay to ask before initiating a handshake, and if you aren't comfortable returning an offered handshake, you can move your hands away and tell the other person you're avoiding handshakes for health or any other reasons. If you're seeking a position actively, use your conversations with employers to find out what you can do to be considered or to learn more about roles. You can offer more information about yourself in response to the needs the employer identifies. Remember, though, that even if you're not in an active search, career conversations can help you to learn more about roles or pathways that could be of interest to you in the future. As you move through the conference, collect as much information as you can. Make sure to ask for business cards so that you can follow up wherever possible. It's a good idea to take your own notes of things that excited you about particular conversations, information about timelines for follow-up, and the names and contact information of representatives. After the conference, remember to follow up. You can reach out to alums and representatives by email to thank them for the conversations, and it's a good idea to mention anything specific or important you discussed. It's a good practice to reiterate your interest, for example, in open roles or in learning more about an alum's career path, and to attach information like your resume that may be helpful. You can also connect with recruiters and alums on LinkedIn. This can be a great way to receive updates about new positions as they open up or to continue networking. We know that attending events like the Opportunities Conference can be daunting, especially if it's your first time, but we hope that the tips presented here will help you approach these events with confidence. Remember, alums are joining us because they care deeply about being part of your future, and organizations are here at Barnard because they want to meet you. And as always, if you have questions as you prepare, don't hesitate to reach out to us at beyondbarnard@barnard.edu. Good luck and have fun.